moving way too fast for the Lady Bulldogs, but for the Vanguard Lady Lions, they think it's taken about twice as long as it should.
You got to know it. And Union, not a team except for one game this season where they were tested extremely late. That wasn't a game, and the fall away is there and almost in. Union is going to lose the alternate possession, and it was a great job of going after it by Cook, and so it's going to be Vanguard's ball back underneath. Now, this is a key play right here. Vanguard, throughout this tournament, has managed to get backdoor plays for layups against their 3 previous opponents. And it goes to the outside almost, and Jacobs was clobbered, and it is the offensive foul, leading with the elbow. That was Melissa Cook, and that is her 3rd. She has 3, Gregory 3, but I don't think Russ Davis is going to take many chances in taking her out of the game right now.
And we've seen throughout this tournament in the first 3 games, and anytime he has a player in foul trouble, as long as they're not in serious foul trouble at an early part in the ballgame, he leaves them out there.
Eason again for the 3. This time through the heart.
Gotta believe he needed that for the Lady Bulldogs. Back to a 6-point game. Hopefully for Union fans, that'll jumpstart this offense a little bit, get the crowd back behind them, get some stops, and cut into this lead.
Only the 2nd in 6 attempts, and going through the traffic. Fans wanted traveling, didn't get it. Richter was fouled. That is only the 2nd foul on Union in the half. Not a shooting foul, and again, this is as Dudley will check back in for Graves, and the original 5 starters for Union are in. One of Mark Campbell's big concerns in this tournament is he felt like that he was going into this tournament really with 7 players. Here goes a steal. They've got 4 on 2. Can they navigate it? It is Hudson underneath with the layup. It's a 4-point game.
Got to keep the pressure on defensively. Can't let up to the Lady Bulldogs. Force another turnover and get back down the floor.
And this is where Russ Davis teams are at their best. They'll come back with you with the answer shot, sometimes a 3, and they'll take a 3 for 2, and that's exactly what they're trying. They got it. That is exactly what to look for every time, as Rinke connected to make it 67-60. That's her 2nd 3-pointer of the game, and Russ immediately wants to calm it down despite getting that basket. 67-60, guys, let's keep it right here. Union with a couple of steals and an opportunity to close this thing to within 4, but they're having to constantly climb the ladder emotionally. This team has not been down this far, even in a game against Freed Hardeman at Freed Hardeman in January. The deficit was never more than 6, and it was not this late in the contest. They were taken to overtime by Trevecca back in January in Nashville. The big question is, when a team has never faced this factor this late in the game, how does it affect the personality of the team?
Well, the thing is, you don't know. These Lady Bulldogs have never been in this position. You don't know. You like to think for Union fans that it won't affect them adversely because of the strength of the character of this team, as well as the head coach and Mark Campbell. This is when you really got to look to your head coach. But again, I mean, that's really all speculation. You don't know how these Lady Bulldogs are going to react because they have never been in this situation before.
It is Dudley, the dangerous cross-court pass to Hudson. Hudson thought about a drive. They have 15 on the shot clock. Inside to Owino. Takes it with a springboard, and the turnaround is there. It's back to a 5-point game.
And you have to think Union is just going to keep pounding it in down there. That's 22 for her now. And when she has had fresh legs and been in this ball game, Vanguard's really had no answer.
Russ Davis spreading out his defense, and he's got 2 players they could get an easy backdoor play with, and that's one of them right there. The turnaround is right there for Melissa Cook. Union was totally asleep. Mark Campbell is furious with the official, but truth be told, they left them wide open.
No, he wanted to charge in that play, and I think he has a legitimate point. Meredith Richardson-Jacobs had position there on the basket, under the basketball.
Dudley with a poor pass, and the left-hand layup makes it a 9-point game. Richter now with 24. She and Gregory with 48 of the 71 points for Vanguard. And it looks as though the undefeated season for Union, the dream of going all the way, is in dire jeopardy. It is Owino, the backside. They'll give her that one.
I don't see Union's got to. I think they got to go to the press. They're letting Vanguard dictate the tempo, control things. They've got to go to the full court press, force turnovers, and get back in this game. And
the question is it too late for that? It was Lambeth that was very effective with that Friday in a late attempt to come back. And the foul is on Eason. And for Crystal, that is her fourth, the senior, the only senior on this Union ball club. They will check Graves back in. Eason will come out. Eason was on 2 national championship teams in 2005 and 06. In the Final Four last year. She is the only Union player to play on 4 consecutive Final Four teams. It is Boyd from the corner. It is off the mark, and they are still going for the offensive boards. They said that she was on the line. Give it to Union.
And Union really catching a huge break there, is that they had a second chance possession there, a chance to go down 9 or 10, and instead she stepped out of bounds, and now they get a chance to cut into it.
7 down. Just more than 5 minutes remaining. The drama continues to build. To Jacobs, who takes it down the lane and has it stolen. What a frustrating evening for Meredith Richardson-Jacobs. 9 points, but she has not been able to get in the rhythm from outside, and you sense from the expression on Mark Campbell's face that he wonders, is the peril about to be realized? It is Boyd, and she draws the foul. Graves on the backside commits. Boyd with 4. She's missed her only 2 free throws, but at late in the game, you expect this team, as Vanguard characteristically is, to be on the money.
Well, if you're Union right now, you've got to change something. You've got to either maybe even start at foul and intentionally put this team on the line, something. But you have got to change something in your strategy. Go to the press. I think that is what Union has got to do. Go to the full court press. Don't wait till it's too late. Press now, force turnovers, and get back in this game with about 4 minutes left.
71-64, a 3-possession game it is. Both of them finally getting the roll off the back. And Boyd will check out. And we have timeout. We'll keep it right here. 72-64 with 4:43 remaining. Guys, just looking back at all this, Russ Davis has just crafted an outstanding game plan, because he has continued every time, and it's characteristic of teams that do well in this tournament. They got out to the lead, got out to a 12-point lead, dared Union to come and challenge them, and Union finally did, but could only get the lead once. And sometimes you sense that when a team that has never faced that opportunity before during the season, it's very difficult for their personality to adapt to that.
Well, I mean, I agree with that to an extent. I also think that, credit Russ Davis. He has done a tremendous coaching job getting his girls ready for this team. But again, when you start the game shooting 86% from behind the three-point line, as Vanguard did, that makes things a lot easier. And when you combine it with Union having an off night, 32% on 6 of 19 from the floor, that just doesn't make things easy for the Lady Bulldogs. And again, we've talked about it a lot in reference to this Lady Bulldogs team. What are they going to do when they're not playing well? So far in the regular season and in this tournament, although they haven't faced it in the tournament, but in the regular season, they found ways to win when they weren't playing well. And they need to do that again tonight, down 8 here with 4:43 remaining.
Well, they're going to have to find a way like a prize Easter egg here, because this is the way it's going to have to be. They have not been challenged this far down, this late in a contest this year. Does the clock strike 12? It's high on the inside, and Owino has it hang up on the lip. It looks as though it is just not falling the way of the Lady Bulldogs tonight. They have had their opportunities.
And again, far be it from me to criticize Mark Campbell or any of these coaches in this tournament, but I do not understand letting Vanguard block the ball down, take 20 seconds to get the ball across half court.
And we're getting close to the 4-minute mark. Rays one-on-one, banks it off the mark, and give it back to Union. And again, 8 points down. The possessions, the seconds, the opportunities, the windows are closing ever greater for this team that has gone through everyone since November. Chance of D up from the Vanguard bench. To the corner, Graves. Inside to Owino, has the inside position and lays it through. A 6-point game. And still no pressure from the Lady Bulldogs. And again, we mentioned that it was on Friday that Lambeth nearly knocked Vanguard out of this tournament with a press. 3:25, 3:24, 3:23, every second so tenuously kicking off of this clock. It is Hallberg with 6 on the clock. Richter's going to take it, spin, fire. Not there. It is Owino. The door is still open for Union.
Chance to make it a